Many days have passed and will go on this way, but all of us have a deep pain inside that we haven't become what we are meant to be. We continue regretting, I must have to be my best. But nothing has worked out till now. This dense cloud of despair gets more condensed in our heart day by day. We go to bed with a regret of our failure in becoming and wake up the next day with the same pangs of inability. This pangs of inability isn't merely for being unable to attain only spiritual perfection or salvation, but also for our earthly failures. Be the failure not attaining a running pace similar to jet planes, or an inability to solve a critical mathematical problem. Of all the creatures of the world, humans are physically the most ill equipped. A human cannot fly like a bird, outturn a leopard, swim like an alligator, nor climb trees like a monkey. A human doesn't have the eye of an eagle, nor the claws and teeth of a wild cat. God has made other living beings with their defense mechanisms, but has sent the human babe on earth as naked, fragile, and helpless. A child has to fall, stumble, go through many cuts and bruises, only to stand firm on his feet and practice walking without any support. But God's plan is something different. We can trust that He won't let His child remain destitute forever. He has made human babe helpless because through him He will reveal to the world His supreme power. Man will continuously build up himself, keeping on revealing his inner potential at every moment. That's the will of God. No work of art, not even the well-organized universe, was born flawless. The earth was once merely vapor, a lump of fire, leads, and other scattered molecules. She hadn't got her own shape. She wasn't fertile then. She was incapable to restore anything. There was no beauty or significance of the creation then, except its heat and driving force. But gradually the art became stable, flourished its beauty, and finally secured a place in the celestial scheme and added a pearl capable of sustaining life to the stellar necklace of the cosmos created by Almighty, says Tagore. He further adds, our mind too at times becomes restless and scattered in the dense resentment of not being able to become. At such times, there are only heat of an oppressed grief and an unstoppable inner driving force. When this heat and the elemental force or inner power collaborates, only then we experience our existence amidst everything and know what is truth. Only then our scattered knowledge that separates everything gets washed by the light of intellect and sees everything knitted in an order. All our desires get removed from the shackles of incompleteness and attain fulfillment by the touch of love. This art of becoming as well as creating the fate simultaneously is not easy, because there man has to play both the roles of the marble and the sculptor. God has already decorated the peacock with mellifluous hues, but to human he has given a palette and paintbrush and odd colors, and asked him, if I have provided you with the resources, you will have to decorate yourself strongly, spontaneously, and stunningly. I will not do anything on your behalf. God has said, I have hung the chandeliers for the festival of creation, but won't you decorate the sacred altar? I have my trumpet blow, but won't you play your harp? Yes, I will play my instrument, man answered. The soul of the world and the soul of man merged together, and harmony was created. This following song of Tagore reverberates this idea. Thou hast made me endless, such is thy pleasure. This frail vessel thou emptiest again and again, and fillest it ever with fresh life. At the immortal touch of thy hands, my little heart loses its limits in joy, and gives birth to utterance ineffable. Thy infinite gifts come to me only on these very small hands of mine. Ages pass, and still thou pourest, and still there is room to fill. Song 1, Gitanjali. One who is always on the lookout to seek external validation is not a true artist. The poet has taken rhymes, the painter has taken the beauty of colors, but none of them are able to bag everything. Everything can be summoned only when we learn to put our life in harmony with Him. God has said to mankind, you and me together will create the heaven. I have done the rest alone, but for you my heaven is left incomplete at the mid stage of building. Your devotion, your surrender of the self isn't done yet, and they left me waiting for you to create the heaven. This heaven is inherent within us. This creation of heaven is actually the manifestation of God's grace that makes the earth itself a heaven, that's devoid of jealousy, hatred, and war, that which is successful to eradicate poverty, that ties us with our family and friends, that knits together all beings of nature by a network of coexistence. That heaven is yet to be built. So now, instead of gathering heap of litters that covers up our soul day by day, let's take the pledge that before parting away permanently from life, may we be able to say, my achievements aren't too great, but I have tried to create an oasis on the desert. I am not totally successful, but at least I have contributed to something good. I have tried my best within my capacity to add some beauty in God's creation. My life is not a total wastage, concludes Tagore.